Hello, everybody. It is the Our Turf Football Podcast. I am Dana O'Gorman. There is not going to be just two of us tonight. Sonia will be joining us. She's running just a couple minutes late. But here with me now, which is most important, is Lisa Johnson. Lisa,
what?
We had crappy football weeks.
Dude, this is Losers Club right here. This is the Losers Club. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of glad Kate's out to dinner having a great time because I don't know if I can deal with her right now.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Although we could flip that on her, Lisa, and be like, well, the Chiefs have managed to lose to everybody but the Browns. And,
That's
the
true,
Browns
too.
lost it.
That's
So,
true.
no, we won't do that to her. We won't do that to her for nothing.
Let her have her
just
glory.
teasing. God
Just
love
for a
her.
little
She's
bit.
just so great. We'll let her have her minute. I think she's going to have a lot of those minutes this year, to be honest with you.
Definitely.
So welcome, everyone. Once again, like I said, is the Our Turf Football Podcast, which we are sponsored by. Now, I felt terrible. We felt terrible. We completely forgot to mention our sponsor last week. God love them. Please tell us all about our fantastic sponsor.
Well, we are sponsored by Donkey's Cheesesteaks up in Medford, Camden, and their new location coming soon to Mount Holly. So I'm super excited about that. I'm also super excited that we've had people actually tell us that they have been there and absolutely love it. So I'm excited for them. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I just, if you guys please tell them we sent you, tell them that you saw us, talk about them on our podcast. And, they're very gracious to sponsor us. And I heard that new location will be up and open running very soon. So if you're up in Camden, Medford, or Mount Holly area, check out Donkey's Cheesesteak. They're the rated number one cheesesteak up in the north. So check it out.
I'm not going to lie to you guys right now. I have never had a cheesesteak in my life. Never.
Really?
Never.
Well, they should be your first.
I know. I really should. I really should. And we are heading to that part of the country early next year, so I might have to go look them up. I'm excited about it. So thank you, Donkey's Place, for sponsoring our podcast. We appreciate you so much. We're going to give you all their information on our Twitter and Facebook account, so you can find them. Okay, Sonia's here. Hi, Sonia.
Hi, I'm here. I told you guys I'd be here. Just a second.
I know.
Welcome to the Losers Club. Welcome to the Losers Club.
Yeah. So we 0-3. Let's get it.
It's loser. I'm not there. I want to talk about the Lions, though, because in fact, let's just start there because we are going to talk about a lot of teams that are in trouble right now. So the Lions, while they are 0-3 and they're having their issues, they've been one of the most fun teams to watch this year. I have gone back and watched almost all of their games. It has been so much fun because they're always just about there. And can we all say right now, we can all agree they were completely hosed this last week. We get that.
Robbed.
Completely hosed. Absolutely robbed. Should have been a 71-yarder. I'm not saying that Tucker couldn't have made it.
Right. He probably still
Justin Tucker. But we have to remember that, that's a little outside of anyone's range, to be quite honest with you. But I have really enjoyed the underdog feel of the Lions and how they're just right there. I mean, so close. Is that encouraging at all as a Lions fan, Sonia?
I'm going to say, yeah, it is. Lots of people are still feeling that encouragement. They're like, you know what? They lost, but they went down with the fight, and they came back. They sacked Lamar. They had him at 4th and 19. Granted, yes, they converted, but they still had him 4th and 19, right? So, I mean, that's great. That's all good. And, they're putting up fight, but it's just not there yet. Hopefully this week they can turn it around, but it's a good thing. People are excited. People are getting fired up. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We were talking about it earlier. I was talking about it earlier on Twitter on another podcast I was on. It's like, they're just kind of fun because you don't expect them to win, but holy crap, they almost might every single time, so it's been really fun. It's been interesting. I've been impressed what they've been able to do. So I'm glad about that. All right. So now we are going to talk about some teams that are in trouble. And I think that there's different levels of trouble within these teams. Like the 1 and 2 Chiefs, no one's worried about them in any way, shape, or form. Even the 1 and 2 Seahawks. I mean, some people, Seahawks fans are having a complete meltdown, just like the Chiefs fans.
Every year we discuss this. Every single year we go through this with the Seahawks. It's like, it's so funny. Is I love watching them have meltdowns because it's really. It's like you have Russell Wilson. Calm down.
You have no idea.
relax.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
They
I know,
give you the
right?
Aaron Rodgers
Exactly.
medicine.
Yeah,
I know.
That's
And the
probably
funny
bad.
thing is, you know what? The next two games are impossibly hard. And if Seattle ends up 1-4, then then let's have a little bit of a meltdown. But, it's been okay. John really wants me to acknowledge that Kirk outplayed Russell Wilson. Well, it's not hard when Russell Wilson's kept off the field all but for 2 plays in the second half. So
I think so
there's your
too.
nod, John. That's all you get.
But John, don't put Kirk in Russell's category. He's
No,
just
not yet.
and you
I will
won't
tell
find
you,
anybody. No,
He had a great game.
He did. I mean, but he does that. He has great games.
Yes.
That's my point.
But then all
He
of a
has
sudden,
great
December,
games.
where's Kirk Cousins?
Here's the thing, I don't want to dog on him because he is so
puts up
hot
great
and
numbers.
cold. But when he's on.
He is.
And it's so impressive. There's just a consistency issue there. And he's not alone because we saw that out of Carson Wentz also, right? Great numbers, no consistency. We see those out of certain players, even Kyler Murray to a certain extent over the last couple of years. Now this year he's doing much better, but it was the consistency. Can you do it every single week? Can you get there? And I do think the Vikings are not one of the teams we're going to talk about because they aren't in trouble. I think that
I don't think so either.
fine.
Like I said, and when you put Kirk Cousins' stats up, you would be like, wow, because he's got some real impressive stats as far as
just is
yards
every week.
and it's just it's just until he gets to that next tier. He's Kirk Cousins.
So our friend Katie is back this week. God love her, and she says yes. As a Seahawks fan, she's melting down. Don't do it, Katie. Hang
in there.
I got
Hang
you, girl.
in there.
I got you.
It's okay.
All right.
Talk Katie off the ledge.
I know. So let's go ahead and talk about some of these teams that are in trouble. And I want to start with the Chicago Bears. And the reason that I want to start with the Chicago Bears is because honestly, it's pretty impressive to take the most dysfunctional team title away from a couple of these other teams. Hello, Houston. Hello, Jacksonville. But Chicago is completely dysfunctional right now. Sonia, what the hell is going on? I have that. We're going to go down the what the hell rabbit hole with this because what is going on in Chicago? It's chaos. It's chaos.
It's chaos. And like their coach said, it starts with him. And I have a strange feeling he don't know what he's doing. And I don't think he doesn't know what he's doing. And
no,
Justin Fields is going to get killed out there, you guys.
Dalton, so.
Yeah. I mean, they're both going to get killed. Justin, I think, I feel worse for him because he's the younger one. He's what they want. Yeah, he's a baby. That's who they want to build off of. So it's, they got some growing pains. Their line is trash.
That's all it is. It's growing pains.
It is. It's growing pains.
But I don't know that that's it. All right. So that's real easy to say. They got growing pains. Yeah. Chicago, I think you got a lot bigger problems than that. I'm not going to lie. I really think that it is going to come down to, and we're going to talk about coaches who might not have a job in November here pretty soon. Matt Nagy is the top of that list for me, and we're going to keep talking about that. But when you go to the press as a head coach and you say, I don't know who's going to be quarterback. I don't know who's going to start. It could be any of the three of them. Or you're the coach who watches that rookie get absolutely murdered play after play, and you don't put Nick Foles in? Why not? Like, what? Why are you? What's the deal? I don't know if he was trying to appease the fan base. I don't know if he was trying to prove his point that Fields wasn't ready, and maybe Fields isn't ready. We don't know. We're not in practice. We don't see those things. But when you have someone like Nagy making those decisions that are non-decisions, where the hell does the rest of the team go from there? Lisa, It is baffling to me.
Well, and the thing with me with this is I think he's getting such a toxic effect with the media. He's all this secretive stuff. And honestly, I would just love a coach to come out and say, offensive line sucks. We're going to have a little ways to go. We can't keep a quarterback upright. If Dalton's healthy enough, he'll start. But this secretive crap, really? Do we give a crap who's going to start? None of them are going to do anything behind this crap offensive line that you have,
right.
And so it's like, I just never understood that whole secrecy thing. It's like, well, I don't know.
Are they worried about game planning? Because that's
really? I mean, honestly, it would just be nice. A nice healthy dose of maybe some truth might take some pressure off you a little bit to ensure the fans, look, I'm aware of what's going on here. Or maybe he's just that egotistical that he doesn't need to tell the fans he knows what he's doing. I don't know, because it's like he doesn't tell the media. He doesn't tell the fans. I mean, I'm sorry. The fans are the ones buying the tickets to go see you play. So these coaches, except for Bill, who doesn't say anything.
And that's just the way he is.
It's just the way he is. And his, but he has results. He's, won how many Super Bowls? You're not going to question a Bill Belichick in his presser. You're going to question a Matt Nagy because you want to know what's going on. And like you said, my goodness, that was a sack fest Sunday. I mean, I was watching a whole different game, and I couldn't even hardly get through the game because all of a sudden they just started showing every one of the sacks, and I'm just like,
I know,
jeez, and so awful. they were on, and they're hot on Nagy right now. That dude is on the hot seat. I don't
His pants are on fire. No,
you think he'll make it the year?
No.
I mean,
we're going to talk about that later. But this is a good point that John brought up. It says, when Laser was handling play calling, the Bears offense did fine, but having a narcissist head coach kills the team. Do you think that's it? I don't know that that's it. I don't know that Nagy is a narcissist. I think
his ego. I think he's his ego.
Lost.
I do. I think it's his ego.
Lost.
Yes, he's lost.
I mean, maybe it is a narcissist. Maybe it is an ego. To me, he just seems completely lost somehow. I don't know. It's interesting. Then, and here's the question I want to handle you guys now. And Katie put this up here. She said, poor Justin Fields on Sunday. So this is the question, right? We're with you, sister. But here's the question I have for you guys. Do you put him in?
My answer.
Fields back in
my answer.
I know that, but Lisa, think about it. Is that fair to Justin Fields? Is that fair to Justin Fields?
Well, the thing is, I honestly think if you're taking all three of these quarterbacks, I think he's the most mobile. I mean, at this point, are you not taking your most mobile guy because you're going to be running for your life? Have some out patterns. Roll the guy out. Set screens up, for God's sakes. Adjust to this. Adjust to it. Have it, for God's sakes, put in 2 tight ends. Have a running back. I mean, you got to get this guy some protection to be able to at least, and to me, it's unfair for Justin Fields because his learning curve is going to be severely downgraded I'm having that down here, and we'll tie in the Dolphins with this offensive line because when you got a rookie quarterback, it's all about reading progressives. You can't go through your reads if you're getting smoked.
Yeah, absolutely.
When people are chasing you.
Exactly. Your reads are going to be 5-yard passes, and everybody down here in Miami freaks out because it's like, oh my God, how come we can't throw the ball down the field? We can't throw the ball down the field because the quarterback can't get 3 steps without getting smoked.
Right. I agree.
So I don't know.
They do play the Lions on Sunday. So
but the Lions are a scrappy team, dude.
They are. They're scrappy.
I mean, I'm sorry. This is the most aggressive Lions team that I've seen on a field.
They're biting kneecaps. Dude,
he has got. I mean, we had Dan down here. I know how Dan rolls.
Yeah.
And if you look at what the Bears have coming up, they do play the Lions next. It doesn't get their life gets no easier.
No.
And this is what I got to figure out. They play the Bears, then the Raiders, then the Packers, then the Buccaneers, then the 49ers. They might get a minute for a breath against the Steelers. And we're going to talk about the Steelers here in a second too. But life gets no easier for them. And so they either got to figure it out and say, okay, we're going to sit him for a year and let him learn and just take it for what it is, or throw him into the deep end and hope to God he doesn't get hurt. I mean, that's all you can.
He's going to get killed. He's going to get killed. He is, and
he's going to end up on the field anyway because you think Dalton's going to stay healthy with that.
No, but still, I don't know. That's where I feel sorry for Bears fans because he's going to get killed out there, and you don't want that for him. And how is that going? If he gets a serious enough injury, how is that going to change his trajectory with the team?
Okay, but
I always point to Teddy Bridgewater.
But if you're the Bears right now. I mean, what are you doing? You have a trade deadline coming up. I mean, do you try what are you going to do? That's the thing. It's like, okay, at this point, how are you going to fix it? To me, I'm looking at my offensive coordinator. I'm looking at my offensive coordinator going, okay, look, we obviously know we have issues all along this line. We got some screens that have to come play. You're going to have to alternate. You have to alternate your play calling.
Right. All right. Well, unfortunately for Chicago fans, they were so excited and they have fallen. And I feel
think they
bad
still
for
should
you.
be. I think he's still going to be a good quarterback for them. But like I said,
Not if you have Matt Nagy as your
got
coach,
it.
but we're going to get to that. All right.
Agreed.
The next teams I want to talk about are the New York teams. That city can't hit for nothing. That city's a mess.
Now,
Now,
do
I
you
will say
give
I'm
the Jets
giving
a pass?
Yes.
totally for a whole year.
Yes.
The Jets get a pass for a whole year.
Right.
Rookie quarterback, brand new head coach, never been a head coach.
You got to give him a
before.
pass.
Totally,
you got to
totally give him a pass. Win a handful of games and move on to the next one. And there was a lot of press around some of around Saleh's comments where he's like, "Well, we practiced really good this week," and they're like, "Practice?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's trying to build a team. So having a good week of practice is better than having a shit week of practice and then a shit game. At least so he kind of gets it, I think, that he's slowly building this team. He's not expecting to win. He's not expecting to go to the Super Bowl. He's not expecting to go to the playoffs.
He just wants good practices and learning.
Yep.
Good
and so he
practices.
can mold and so they can learn. So I will John, that was terrible. But so the whole thing I think is just really good there. The Giants,
That's a whole nother story.
Sonia, I'm ready to gut that institution.
It needs to be burned down.
Again.
It does. It does. For a while, I thought that they might have it together. You know, they got Saquon healthy. They got, some pretty good things on offense, a couple good things on defense. I thought they might be able to, get it together. Danny Dimes is Danny Nichols.
So are you ready to put the B word on Daniel Jones? Are we ready to go there yet?
Oh, for sure.
Are we going into the bust area?
I'm thinking he's a bust. If he can't get it together by bye week, I don't think he's going to.
So it's interesting. So I read a little bit about this today, and there is a conversation being had out there. Is Daniel Jones being Sam Darnold? Is he Darnold? However you want to say it. Is he just a product of a crappy coach around a crappy team and needs to be moved, and he'll Sam Darnold his way right out of this? I don't think so, because we saw flashes of Sam Darnold that were like, oh, that kid might be pretty good. Yeah, I haven't seen that out of Daniel Jones. Lisa, am I missing something?
No, you're. I think all of us are in the bust category with him. I mean, I think the analysts have seen enough of some good drives that he's just missed on some things. Like I said, he'll have that flash, and that's any quarterback. Because let's see, these are grown men playing in this league. And
they're professionals.
They're professionals. I mean, they're going to have some great throws, and he's had some great throws, but then he's missed a lot more than he's got. So I think when you got, because like I said, when you look at the talent that the team has, especially with Saquon, I mean, you should be, a lot further along than what you are. So at some point, and like you said, it always comes back on your quarterback, and it always does. And especially when you got a stud running back, you put some wide receivers on the team, I think the tight end position could probably get upgraded a little bit, but they've had plenty of time, Dana, like you said, to upgrade, to work on this. Yeah. And it doesn't seem like they're going anywhere. It doesn't matter who it is. So you start looking at personnel at that point.
They're going in circles. They're chasing their tails, not doing anything.
And where does that come down to? Who gets the blame for that?
The coach, in my mind.
Or general manager.
Yeah, coach
general manager.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
and then ultimately you look at your owner, because and you have to start looking at ownership somewhere. Ownership has to come because they're the ones who put these guys in charge. Did you step in a little bit more now to go in every day and oversee things? Yeah, you certainly don't want a Jerry Jones. We all know that, but damn, sometimes you do. I'm jealous right now. But then sometimes you you don't want to because meddling coaches, it's like, oh, that never works out.
Right.
Meddling GMs, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, you have an owner there where they're gonna have to start taking some responsibility too, because they're the ones who put these guys in charge of their franchises.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's a toughie. It's tough because that team was so storied for so long. Anyway, I have been preaching this to a certain group of gentlemen.
Hog lovers.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. But I've been preaching this to a certain group of gentlemen that You can say you want to gut and start over because two bad years to rebuild.
Don't do it.
Careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. And honest to God, that a lot of them are like, nope. I'd rather be crappy than mediocre. And I'm like, be careful what you wish for. I'm just going to continue to say that. All right, let's go now. They're not a 0-win team. The Colts are a 0-win team. I think that. I think they're going to get better. I still think they win probably 7 games this year, the Colts, but Carson Wentz is not the boy.
No,
and we all know that, right? We all know that that's not the case, right? I don't think there's much. Right. The Jags. Do I have to give the Jacksonville Jaguars a pass?
You have to.
If I'm giving the Jets a pass?
Give the Jags.
But I really don't like Urban Meyer.
I know. I don't. But I don't either. I'll tell you what. Trevor Lawrence is a better quarterback than Zach Wilson. I'll say it right now.
He did look better against Arizona this weekend.
He's going and give a little when you give Trevor some time. I mean, and some of those balls he's thrown is like, oh, that's a classic rookie mistake. Okay, he's not going to do that again. Trevor learns. That's one thing I loved about Trevor when you scouted him. He learns, and this is the process we just talked about. He's going to make growing pains. He's going to make the rookie mistakes. You just got to ride through him. Now, you got to have to get over the Urban Meyer thing because we all know.
I don't like him. I don't think he's an NFL coach.
Well, I don't think it is. Everybody's so scared. Everybody's so scared. Every single loss, he takes so emotionally, and I think everybody's just ready. Everybody's just waiting through the door. Exactly. So you're as a fan, you got to be excited about Trevor Lawrence. I'm excited about Trevor. I think he's going to be great, but I'm also worried about Urban.
Excited? Sonia, why is she excited about Trevor Lawrence? Oh, because he's a quarterback.
Yes, because he's the best quarterback in the draft.
Whatever.
But he was the best quarterback in the draft.
Yeah, it's not the point, though. The point is, and I had this conversation earlier today, too, is that you can take a fantastic quarterback, put them on a crappy team that's badly coached, and they will win you a couple games. They're not going to save the team. And there is more to this. I got into a whole thing about it. It's like you pluck Aaron Rodgers out. You put him on the Jets. He's going to win you a couple games, but he is not going to save that team. It's just the way you have to have more. I don't know that Jacksonville has more, although their defense looked pretty good. Once again, I was a little impressed, and I was really hoping that they would get the Cardinals, but they didn't, and that's okay. But I think that there's a little more hope there than in some of these other places. I have way more hope for Jacksonville than I do for the Giants right now. I'm not even kidding.
I'll agree.
Yeah,
I'll agree. Yeah. Because I think the Jaguars are at least taking steps.
They're at the beginning of the hill. The Giants are kind of falling off. I don't know. All right. So the other team I want to talk about, because we could talk about this all day, obviously, since we're already 22 minutes in, is the Steelers.
Oof.
The comments came out earlier this week.
I know.
It was before. It was Sunday. The Steelers said, well, some GMs are thinking that Big Ben might be washed.
You think?
He might be done. Do you think?
Do you think he's got ice pack here? He's got ice pack here. He's got both his knees ice pack. He's got his neck ice pack.
Keep it on one.
Going for a knee replacement at halftime.
Listen, he has had a good career, and they should be proud of what they've done. They should have not let him come back this year.
No,
they shouldn't have. And I think that they're just going to continue to struggle. Yeah. I think them beating it was the Bills in week 1 that they beat, complete aberration. That was just first week weirdness.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they really felt the need, unless they just didn't like the quarterbacks in this draft, maybe, or maybe they just didn't think they didn't think that they would be able to work their way up to get one of the better ones, possibly, or they just really thought we need one more year, but maybe the thought of starting over was just too much for them. I'm not sure. So. Katie likes that knee replacement at halftime for sure. And John says this Big Ben is as mobile as a wall phone, and it's true, right? Like he basically can hop back and throw the ball.
Yeah, I mean, he division down. I mean, honestly,
hold on. That doesn't matter when you're 7,000 years old. But here's the thing: in the division they're in, you are going to be running for your life. They just got beat by the Bengals, people. The Bengals. And I'm not disrespecting the Bengals, but it's the Bengals. So there's just no way I see them coming out of the gutter. And it's like when they're going to have the Browns and the Ravens breathing down their neck. It's just stupid. So my question is for you two, is that the team that should be looking for a veteran quarterback right now?
No.
I mean,
I think you ride or die.
No, I don't mean for this year. No, he'll ride out the year.
Next
but
year?
I'm saying next year, do you get that interim veteran few year filler quarterback to kind of teach up whatever? Because next year's quarterback draft is not great, right?
Yeah,
Lisa, I remember reading.
No, it's not. There's not
good.
many in there. There's not. But God, I mean, what's out there now? Whew,
right.
Who
do you
get next year?
Well, I mean, you still have, Deshaun Watson sitting there. You still have, a trade that can be made by one of these teams that, might.
I don't know that they have the capital for that, Lisa.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know their cap spaces. I don't know their, honestly, I have not. So, like I said, it's hard to comment. I'm just saying, you probably, well, you have the, depending on how many picks you have, I think you can go and, they said they have softened their stance. Like what, instead of 8 draft picks, 7?
Oh, the Houston. Yeah, let's move on to Houston. We can talk about that too. Yeah, Houston. Heartbroken for Tyrod Taylor.
Poor Tyrod. He can't catch a break.
No.
He can't.
Can he?
And we talked about that last week.
Catch a break.
Poor thing.
And they were rolling for a minute. Like we were kind of excited about that. But at the same time, once again, Deshaun Watson's not going to be there. He's not going to play for them this year. He's not going to be there next year. They need to look forward to. And so I'm assuming, although this kid they got playing is not terrible. He's not great, but he's not terrible. So we'll see how that works out.
I mean, he did okay.
Yeah, he's doing okay.
But is that another team though that's just pretty much just gonna win a game here and there? I mean, you're gonna stick with Tyrod, for
when he comes back off his injury. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, it's another team that's. If we could make
Let's see, where are the Texans? I mean, the Texans are 1-2. They're in second place in their division.
It's crazy, right?
It's insane.
Right. The Titans are 2-1. The Texans are 1-2. The Colts and the Jags are 0-3.
The Titans are the Titans. The Titans are the team we all thought they were. Is that not true?
I know. Damn it.
Team I know. We thought that they were going to do, but no, they're even keel with the same team last year. They're going to be the cardiac kids. They're going to be the team losing all through the third quarter. Then the fourth quarter, they just come out of nowhere.
You're right.
Just like
John
last
posted
year.
this. Houston has to let that kid play. They take off their strengths. They have nothing to lose. At this point, he's 100% correct.
You're right.
You have nothing to lose.
I almost kind of thought they did that. They were letting that kid throw the ball. I mean, I was surprised. I mean, I saw a couple of the highlights there. I was just really surprised. It seemed to me they did. I mean, I think they're doing better offensive call-wise than the Giants are doing, honestly, with their guy.
Poor Giants. They're just getting it this week.
I'm real pissed at that team.
I'm handing the ball off to Shaquan every single play.
Yeah, Saquon. Yeah, me too. Let him just run it and shut up about it. We have to remember, though, that there's only 2 0-3 teams in the NFC. That would be the Giants and the Lions. But all right, so let's move on. Let's talk about these coaches a little bit, okay?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Of these teams. Sonia, I love your coach.
Sonia's happy for Mike. Sonia's like, I'm keeping Dan. Dan's good. Dan's keeping these guys going.
But I'm going to tell you, though, everybody's happy. But I've seen a couple floaties of Rod Marinelli. That's all I'll say.
What?
I know.
I get so tired of retreads. Okay.
No. Not that. Well, anyways, go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get what you're saying. But yeah, it's interesting. Of these teams, I think the Giants. Oh, why am I blank? Who's the Giants coach, Lisa? I'm
Joe
blanking
Judge.
on it. Judge. Thank you.
Judge.
Yes.
Judge.
Yes.
Joe Judge.
Joe Judge.
I don't know how long he is.
You know how I remember his name? Because of the Yankees. Of Joe Judge on the Yankees. I think that's how I know. That's how I remember him.
Aaron Judge. Yep.
Right. So here's my thought. If I had to look at the coaching that's going out right now, Matt Nagy, I don't think he's making it to November.
Nope.
Okay.
I think he will be.
I want to know what the poll is on Nagy making it this season.
Oh, I totally forgot we did a poll. Right.
We'll post that on our Instagram.
I forgot that I put a poll up on Twitter. Hold on, let me pull that up.
The Lions were killing it.
I was about to say, I think the Lions were winning.
The Lions were like so far ahead, it wasn't even funny.
Yeah.
Like nobody's kind of concerned about them. But just because, like
Right.
I said, I mean, they should have won that game technically, seriously. You know, you hate to say it. And I hate that a team will win on a penalty. And I'm sure the players will tell you there's a lot of other plays they left on the field that'll do that.
Oh, sure.
But I'm okay if it's a bang play. Like, look, I could be bitching about the Dolphins right now. That was a pass interference, that last play. But you know what? It's a bang play. I mean, it's football.
What happens?
But when you legit have a clock that's at 0 for 2 seconds past when it's on the 0, that should have never happened. That's just
a girl.
That's a Dan letter of, oh, we're sorry, we really did mess up.
Lisa, we need to focus here. Okay. We're talking about coaches now.
Well, Campbell's good. Campbell's safe.
Yeah, he's safe.
Yeah,
he's totally
I think
safe.
so too. And I think that I won't be surprised if Nagy is gone by November. If this continues to happen, I can see them. I didn't know that he would make it to this year. So I think getting Fields saved him for a while. But not using the kid properly is going to be what's done with him. Is there any other coaches who you think are in that big of a hot seat? Other than the beautiful rumor that Urban Meyer was going to leave and coach
it's
USC.
Crazy,
anyway,
right?
But no, that's not
and
going to
nobody
happen. So
believed him. Nobody believed him. Everybody's like, yeah, okay, we've heard that before. And that comes down from Satan himself, you know?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. So any other coaches that you guys think maybe in October they would be done? I only really feel like Nagy is that soon. End of season, it'll be a whole different conversation.
The Giants will be interesting.
Soon.
Exactly. That's what I was
I think the Giants is one to look for because you're up in that New York market and fans are not very tolerant of that.
So here's the thing though. So who do you make interim? Do you give Jason Garrett the keys to the kingdom? Isn't he's their OC still, right? He didn't lose his job last year. So
he's still there.
No. Or do you
or
do you use Jason as the scapegoat and fire him? You know. But it brings it to Nagy. It was funny that you just said Nagy. Let's go back to him for just 1 second with Fields, because the thing is if you're Nagy, do you just, like you said, do you just not play Fields anymore? So you keep your job? Should you have not put Fields on the front? You know?
I think no, he was trying to do what the fans wanted, and the fans rightly wanted to see what they had, and I get that. But they didn't use him appropriately. We could do a whole show on the Bears at this point because they didn't use him appropriately in any way, shape, or form. But I really think
Nagy's questionable.
Nagy's questionable.
Zimmer,
I think, I'm just going through the division. Zimmer, I think, is good. Although everybody says if he doesn't win 10 games.
Oh, that's okay. Everyone's firing Pete too, so it's just the way. Those are fans for you. But yeah, here's the thing. Maybe Houston, depending on how that goes. But I think they started hot, so I think they'll be okay.
Internally,
that
goes
Houston
far
is a
back.
mess.
Yeah, Houston's a mess. I don't. I think they'll ride this year. I mean, especially with the way they've kind of enacted Watson every single game because he doesn't want to play. I mean, right now they're still trying to get their identity.
They're probably just going to let it be.
I think they're going to let this year
it be.
Yeah,
that's probably true.
I don't think they're in any kind of position to make any changes. I mean, I think right now the boiling hot is Nagy. New York will be questionable just because New York fans is just how tolerant.
Well, and they're not tolerating things well this year. That's for sure. So I think that's probably the two.
The Eagles are the Eagles. I think with Hurts, I think he's playing well enough.
Yeah.
To keep them. Because like I said, he had some great throws. He's going to go through growing pains there. You saw that yesterday. And did you not see that play with Diggs? I mean, that is two teammates that have played together because he knows how Hurts throws.
Yeah.
Because he was breaking on that ball before Hurts' shoulder was even in motion. That's Diggs knowing Hurts.
Right.
And so, like I said, I think, Philly, like I said, Dak just had a great game. That was so.
Oh, it was. I know enough to be me in fantasy football for the first time.
Like I said, I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it's just Nagy and maybe New York. All right, so we did put out a poll on our Turf, and I forgot about it. So thanks for reminding me, guys. Which 0-3 team has the best chance to turn things around? Honestly, you're right. The Lions are killing it. 66%. I think they're liking what they're seeing there. And then I think probably the Colts come in right after that. There were quite a few comments for the Colts. Then the Giants at 21%. The Jets at 2%. You guys give them a minute. That's all I'm asking you.
Right.
Just give them a minute. We'll see how they do for sure.
And that's a whole thing too. Is like you said, it's like the teams that have these rookie quarterbacks, rookie coaches. and are still trying to find identities and having young players. Fans just aren't having it. Is it just a generation thing we're seeing that difference? I mean, because you're just like, just like down here with what we're battling with. I mean, I think our oldest guy's 25 years old, and it's like, it's like, you guys got to give these guys time. And it's like, nope. Yeah. You drop 2 games, you're done. You're like, it's like, fire, like you said, fire everybody, clean house. It's like,
no, we need patience.
Yeah. John says on here, he says, the reason the Jets were so low, Jets fans still have PTSD from case. Yes, they do. You are absolutely correct, sir. All right.
Darnold's
so I want to touch real quick, because we're already at 35 minutes, but I want to touch really quick on, I am an NFC West girl. I love the whole division, even though I like the Seahawks, but murder me if you want to, but it was so nice to see Tom Brady taken down a peg. And I want to congratulate the Rams for doing that, because they did a great job of it.
The Rams are back. The Rams are back, baby.
I don't want to hear that, but I'm still really excited.
The Rams are back. Oh my God, that defense.
For me, they're top of the heap now.
Wait till they play them. Woo!
That's gonna be a good
I'm
game.
not gonna watch that game. Man. I'll be in London. I'm not watching that game.
Man, that's gonna be a good game.
Yeah. Man, my question is, I mean, really, if you ask me, the Rams are the top of the heap right now in the league. In the whole league. Even I would love to see the Bills and the Rams play each other, because I want to see how that would work. But otherwise, I think the Rams have the edge right now.
Yeah, he's got them.
I'll agree.
What were they missing?
I don't know. I'm just waiting for Stafford to get hurt, because probably that's kind of inevitable.
No,
I don't know.
Man. They're blocking for him, man.
I was about to say he's got
the line has looked pretty good.
That, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's stepping
even
back.
if he's injured, he's tough. He gonna play.
Yeah.
But you know something?
Going to play.
I was looking at him I was looking at him at that game. I really was. And the Lions, the whole team made him look so mediocre. Mm-hmm. But when you got a line that blocks him, but even when some of those throws with Calvin Johnson that he would throw up for Megatron, the ball placement was still right there. I mean, I always remember that one play where Megatron had 3 defenders on him. Yeah, Matt put that ball right there. He just, holy cow. Yeah. And how much fun is Matt Stafford having right now? Wow.
Well, part of the conversation I had today was about when we were talking about whether you could pluck Aaron Rodgers and stick him with the Jets. Would he save him? What's interesting to me is we just spent 5 minutes talking about how fun the Lions have been, and that's Jared Goff running that team. So explain that to me. Matt Stafford gets put in the perfect situation, right, with the Rams, but Jared's not doing so bad. And so that makes me wonder if there's just a little, there's been
there though.
Lisa, hold on. No, he didn't, but he wasn't good enough, they thought, so they had to get someone else. I'm wondering how the scheme fits better. Does the Lions scheme fit Goff well? Does the Rams scheme fit Stafford well? I think that's going to be kind of the interesting take to look at the end of the year, when we can look at all of the information together and see how they do. We're 3 games in, so obviously it's still all really shiny. But
we're 9.
I know. I feel like it's midseason. I'm exhausted. All right, everybody. That is our show for this week. We thank you so much for hanging out with us. We thank John. We thank Katie. We thank everyone who watches with us. We think it's super fun. We will be back again next Tuesday night to probably continue the Chicago conversation.
Right.
If Beth still got a job.
If Maggie still has a
countdown to Maggie.
Maggie countdown. It's a little countdown. But we thank you so much. We want to thank Donkey's Place, our sponsors, for sponsoring us. And we will see you again next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Bye, you guys.
Bye.